How much does it cost to self-publish a book? This is a question that can stop us even before we get started. And it's been coming up in the writer's block community, and I know a lot of people are curious about it. And so I want to lay down the basics about the costs of self-publishing because you can have huge dreams. You can dream of New York Times bestsellers. You can get the ball rolling into hundreds of thousands of book sales if you want. But knowing how easy it is to get started and allowing yourself to have a growth mindset and really starting with self-publishing and getting the ideas of just the basic dynamics of what it is to publish your first ebook is such a huge step on the path. It gets us out of our head and into the experience. And so often it's really important to not be a perfectionist about this. I know on the other side of this question, one question I get a lot is how much does it cost to self-publish a book? And then the other side of it is, will it look professional? Will people laugh at me? Is self-publishing, am I never going to get accepted by a traditional publisher if I self-publish? And so on the other side of that, starting small and learning from experience is the best way to reach any height, any kind of dream. Because let's say that you kept the dream in your head, you didn't self-publish, you didn't get into publishing, you didn't do any of those things, and then you were in completely unfamiliar territory when you were investing a ton of money into a New York Times best-selling book launch, and then it was your first experience with everything. That would be frightening. At least I think so. So that's what I want to get into this, really moving our mindset into a growth mindset. If any experience that you get at first is good, and when you build upon that experience, you become more attractive to traditional publishers. You're able to create better book proposals. You're able to learn from your self-publishing experience. And if you want to create a business or a series or anything like that, you know what you're doing and you're better able to be successful. So let's get into it. There are three basic costs to self-publishing a basic ebook. And so I want to talk about minimal costs first, because it's not hard or expensive to do. And then once you get a handle on it, you can grow and evolve. This is not kind of a book selling, book writing. The publishing industry isn't a Cinderella story. It really is the evolution of a lovely career as a writer. So to contextualize this, the three major costs are editing costs, cover cost, book cover costs, and then finally the formatting. So those are really, if you have those down, and the easiest way to do it is with an ebook, then you're good to go. And I'm going to break those down into the costs. And the whole idea here is that you're bootstrapping your book. Once you try it out, publishing any book, any way you publish, the same rules apply. So if you want to familiarize yourself inexpensively, this is a great way to start. Just so you know, in the link below, I have a self-publishing course that goes into even more detail on more expensive services, more development that's available to your self-published book. But to start out, we have editing, formatting, cover. It's that easy. Those are the three things you can publish your book if you have editing, as in proofreading, cover, and formatting. So let's start with editing. So I am a book coach. I work on developmental editing. And so this is the structural edit that I coach you through. So you have a great plot, so you have a great structure for your book, so you're accountable and you get your material on the page. I always tell my clients when we're finished, when we first start our conversation together, it's so important to get a proofread so that you have new, fresh eyes looking at it, making sure all the commas are in the right place. A proofread is the final edit that's just about spelling, grammar, and those surface level things. It's not about the deep dive of making sure that you have a compelling plot and great characters and all of those things. The minimum you want to do for any book is a proofread. I go with proofreadingpal.com. I just did a double price check recently, and for 30,000 words, it's about $500. So a romance book in a romance series is probably around 60,000 words. So that would be around $1,000 for a full proofread of the whole book. A self-help ebook, a lot of Gabrielle Bernstein's books are shorter books. Those are 30,000 words. And so that would be $500. So personally, my personal opinion is a really good proofreader will charge by the word so that you kind of have a fixed cost. And then my favorite to go to is Proofreading Pal. You send them batches of words, they send it back to you, proofread with perfect grammar. And I've noticed a lot of their editors go above and beyond, give you comments, give you tips. I've just had such a great experience with that particular company. That's not a sponsor, it's just my favorite. Second, formatting. So you can either hire your formatting, but a lot of authors I work with do their formatting themselves, especially if you're doing more than one book. This is such a lovely experience to have. Nobody else is going to put the detailed attention that you put into perfecting your own formatting. And it's an easy skill. So if you want the software to format a book, if the software teaches you how to do it, it's very nice. So the two kinds of software that I've seen have the best reviews are Vellum, which is only for Mac computers. And then if you have a PC, Atticus is a newer product that's just been getting great reviews from customers. And so Atticus also teaches you, and it works with PC or Mac. And so formatting is the second cost. That's about $200 for that software. You can also hire someone to do it for you. Formatting for novels, if you just have chapter numbers and novels, you can get that done easily on anything from Fiverr to Upworks, and just finding the person you're hiring. I love to have control over things myself because then I know that I won't have to rehire. I know it will be done right. I know I'm not getting charged by the hour where costs can fly away. Although I have hired book formatters for around $200 or $300 or $400 in the past. And so you can hire somebody to do it for you, or you can just download the software. And then if you want your career self-publishing books to blossom from there, there you go. You've got it. Vellum or Atticus. So if your book is 30,000 words, that's $500 for a proofread plus formatting software, which would be a one-time investment of $200. And then you could go from there. So right now we're at $700 for this hypothetical book. We're just getting into the numbers. Finally, our cover costs. In the self-publishing course, I have done the entire spectrum of cover costs. Once when I was getting a cover done for a book that I wrote, I was just bleeding money into the internet, looking this way and that for a great cover. And so I've gone into detail about different places that can give you covers. But if you want to bootstrap your book and start with something basic, covers are important, because if you're going to run ads for your book or anything like that, you want a beautiful professional cover, and that can cost hundreds of dollars all the way up. I've invested over $1,000 in a book cover because it was really important. But if you're just getting started and you just want to start to float an idea with, let's say, a simple nonfiction cover or a basic photographic romance cover, you can get covers for $25 to $100 on Fiverr. There's a company called 100 Covers that will give you a cover for $100. And so that is also very inexpensive to get started. And the idea of bootstrapping your book is that you start to market it, you start to get the idea of how the whole publishing system works. And then, of course, if you want to make more profits, investing more into editing, into more opinions, into book groups can improve your sales. Investing into marketing courses can improve your sales. Investing into a more expensive cover can improve your sales. But the basic cost to get started, which can get you experience and which can really get the ball rolling, that can be purchased for less than $1,000 just to get started, which is very nice. There's no reason to be scared. After that, you might want a SKU number or an ISBN number. Any old book has that on the back. We're just talking about this little number. Amazon gives these away for free, or you can go to isbn.org. Costs $100 for one, and then there are great discounts for getting multiples. But if you're just getting started, upload an ebook to Kindle Unlimited, and they'll give you a number for free. You can't sell it anywhere else other than Amazon. That's why Amazon gives the numbers away for free. But it is just that basic getting started. So if you want to sign up for the free self-publishing course, it's just a little Kickstarter that I created with a series of videos, and then the experience, the self-publishing experience, like Brene Brown, Miranda Rex, all sorts of authors, a mystery author who wrote the best-selling self-published book of all time. I am positive you've heard of it, and I'm pretty positive you didn't realize it was self-published. So that course is absolutely free at the link below. And every single Friday, I put out a new course to help you navigate the world of writing books, and also to get you motivated to spend some time on your book this weekend. So hit the subscribe button below, and I will see you next Friday. So much love. Ciao for now.